Have you ever watched the water swirl around when you pull the plug in the bathtub? It spins faster and faster until, whoosh, it pulls everything down the drain. Now, imagine that happening in the middle of the ocean. But instead of toy boats or bubbles, it's real ships swirling in the waves. Scary, right? Well, in Greek mythology, there's a sea monster who does exactly that. Her name is Charybdis, and she's one of the hungriest creatures you'll ever hear about. Let's meet her. Charybdis isn't like a dragon or a giant with a club. Nope, she's a monster whirlpool. The Greeks imagined her as a giant mouth in the sea, gulping down water and spitting it back out, over and over again. Where did she come from? Well, myths say she was the daughter of Poseidon, the sea god, and Gaia, the earth goddess. That means she was powerful from the very start. And get this, she had a neighbor. On one side of the strait lived Scylla, another sea monster with snapping dog heads. On the other side, Charybdis, the giant whirlpool. Together, they made one of the most dangerous passages in the ancient world. Sailors had to choose, risk getting chomped by Scylla or swallowed by Charybdis. Yikes! One of the most famous heroes to face Charybdis was Odysseus, the clever traveler from the Odyssey. Odysseus and his crew sailed into the narrow strait where Scylla and Charybdis waited. On one side, the whirlpool spun, pulling the waves into its deep, gurgling mouth. On the other, Scylla snapped her 6 heads, each with sharp teeth ready to snatch sailors. Odysseus knew he couldn't fight them both, so he steered closer to Scylla, losing some men, but saving the ship from being completely swallowed by Charybdis. It was a terrible choice, but without it, no one would have survived. In the end, Odysseus escaped, but he never forgot the danger of the mighty whirlpool monster. Have you ever been stuck between 2 tough choices? Like, maybe you're at school and you have to pick between 2 games at recess. But whichever you choose, you'll miss out on the other. Or maybe you have homework and chores, and you can't escape either one. That's kind of like Odysseus's problem. Sailors called it being between Scylla and Charybdis, trapped between 2 dangers. Today, people still say they're between a rock and a hard place. So, was Charybdis real? Not exactly, but whirlpools definitely are. Whirlpools happen when strong currents meet, or when water rushes through a narrow passage and spins around. The faster it moves, the stronger the swirl. Some whirlpools are small, like the one in your bathtub, but others are huge. For example, in Norway, there's a whirlpool called the Saltstraumen that's so powerful it can spin boats around. And in Canada, the Old Sow whirlpool is one of the biggest in the world. Scientists explain it with physics. When water flows in circles, it creates a vortex, a spinning funnel shape. Sailors long ago didn't have science to explain it, so they imagined Charybdis as a hungry monster gulping the sea. Now here's something fun to imagine. What if humans in the future could use whirlpools instead of fearing them? Engineers today are already studying how to use ocean currents for green energy, electricity made from the sea instead of burning fuel. Maybe one day special turbines could spin inside whirlpools, turning that swirling power into lights for our homes. And what about space? On faraway planets with oceans, astronauts might discover whirlpools even bigger than Charybdis. Maybe future space explorers will need clever Odysseus-style plans to sail through alien seas. So next time you see water swirling in the sink or tub, remember Charybdis, the legendary whirlpool monster who could swallow entire ships. She teaches us two things. Nature is powerful, and sometimes tough choices are part of life. Thanks for listening, adventurers. Until next time, keep your curiosity flowing, just like the waves.